how can one say that they're underrated in any way?
Son of a.
Son of a.
Son of a. Son of a. Son of a.
Son of a.
Son of a.
Are you
Are you serious?
Are you serious?
All right, TWA, Larry Butler 8948 sent another request out, and you know how it is. When I get great requests, I jump all over them. So despite the fact that it's Father's Day, we had some great family time all morning, and now my wife and daughter are out getting kayaks cleaned up because they want to go out tomorrow. And so they're like, you just go relax. And what better way to relax than to spend the next 6 episodes of Mayday in the Making together. So what I'll probably do is combine this into 3 different videos, 2 videos at a time, just to make it easier for you to watch them without having this hour-long video of me, because I know how much I like to talk. But I have a feeling that these girls are going to stir up some great memories of me and my daughter and getting to know them better and everything else. So if you haven't yet, please subscribe, like, follow, all the fun things that the kids have been telling us to do since YouTube started. But ultimately, hit me in the comments, because that's where I'm paying attention to what your suggestions are, your comments are, trying to get better at commenting back. But you guys are just killing it with those comments. And so I'm reading every single one, just not commenting back at everyone. And I will be spending some time doing just that. So without much time and talk, let's dive into this first video.
Pelo bien.
Primero,
We are ready.
el nombre o de que los nombres individuales y luego la banda o
No, a ver. Okay.
Okay.
Hi, we're the warning. I'm Daniela. Okay, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Hi, I'm Daniela.
I'm Paulina. I'm Alejandra.
And we are the warning.
They're so cute.
This third album, I can honestly say with a lot of confidence, is that it's the best thing that we've ever done.
The new album, how to describe it? It's the warning on steroids.
They can all play their instruments like no one I've ever seen. If you listen to this album, you know this is a rock band. It's not a female rock band or a young rock band. This is a rock band.
That's the truth.
And then they brought the demos. I was like, you guys are kidding me. It's like, do you ever write a bad song? It's at another level. The warning at another level.
Working on the album with David and Rick was a little bit nerve-wracking at first because we know what we want to hear.
I was really nervous that David was gonna be like, no, I hate all this and let's do something different. Like, we were prepared to fight over our songs.
We literally told them, like, we are super picky.
You see how far?
They are so peaky. Can't believe how peaky they are.
We literally told them, like, we are super picky.
You see how far you can push day one. And you started to talk about a song I didn't like. I said, I don't like this song. And I had 3 girls right up in my face together. And they talk in Spanish.
It's somewhere between like the buddy system and gang mentality, in my opinion. You know, they travel in a pack.
Like a gang of lionesses circling the prey.
I think that if we were not sisters, like, this would have fallen apart so quickly.
Having 3 girls being amazing, talented musicians at such a young age, and then having those 3 girls be sisters and so connected, that doesn't happen.
I can't believe that my daughter, like, one moment that happened.
Whoa. Is that mom and dad? Good night. There is no way they have 3 daughters. They're all just about in their 20s. They look so good. My goodness. I want to learn more about them too. Is there any videos about them that are out there?
My daughter, like, What moment that happened? How?
Being in a band with your family is great. We experience everything as a family that it'd be weird like to experience it alone and then come to my family like, oh my god, this happened. No, it's like a thing. It happened to all of us. It always happens to all of us.
I'm used to being in a room for 3 months with a band. This instance, I've never experienced before. I've never had the parents in the studio, and then their manager came. Now I've got.
I don't know if you guys realize this, but like when my daughter got her gift from us for 8th grade, we went to the studio. She had her song she had written, and the producer almost didn't let us in, and we had to explain, we'll be good. We're chill. This is about her. We're not wanting any input unless you ask us for anything, and even then we're gonna go to her because this is her thing. But I guess there's been a lot of parents that have screwed things over for their kids, thinking that they know more about music than the producers do. So just the fact that they allowed them in, which I'm sure the warning is a little bit different because they're established. And when Samantha was in there, she literally was just first time, I just wrote this song, I want to put it out there, and this is my gift for my parents. But yeah, that's not normal to have so many people in that room during the recording.
The Guardians. I definitely didn't get to be me because I usually swear like a trooper and say all sorts of inappropriate things in the studio because
that's a cool picture.
I've never experienced anything like that, and I probably never will again the rest of my career.
Well, until they record their next one.
They're going to get where they want to go. They strike me as workaholics, and they're on a mission. I mean, this is their dream, this is their destiny, and they're going to do it.
Their best work yet. And that's not just because they're our daughters.
It's an amazing feeling. A big accomplishment for them.
I mean, they've been through David Bendeth boot camp.
You guys are right. Like, a big accomplishment for them. Luis says it perfectly.
Because they're our daughters.
It's an amazing feeling. A big accomplishment for them.
I mean, they've been through David Bendeth boot camp.
Yeah.
What? Was he messing with her? His finger was on her string. That was beautiful.
David Bendeth boot camp.
She's got her head down and he's got one finger on her string, which, I mean, it's above her, so it's not affecting it a lot, but it's affecting it just enough that it probably got to her.
Is it wrong? Yes! I have never been so on time.
This does sound more like a synth.
Going once, going twice. Die for me.
Oh. Okay, so please tell me that there are multiple songs of them not holding an instrument, just singing, because, like, how can one say that they're underrated in any way at all, but then they start singing with no distractions, no anything in the room, not even their amazing musicians of all the instruments that they all play. Holy crap. That was so freaking good. We're going to go back just a little bit.
What a performance.
No shit.
Beautiful. What a voice.
Somebody.
What
no joke. I love his voice.
I hold a certain standard to the records I make. Of course, they've almost earned a rite of passage in the sense that they played on their record everything.
That's all them, They did it, they played it, they killed it.
When we started working with David, we just took it to like a whole new level. And we're so happy with the result. And I'm just super, super excited for it to be public and for people to listen to it and hear what people have got to say. Because I am so proud of what we did. So proud.
Should be. All right. So that was the end of episode 1. Now for me to... Whew, I love that they're documenting this, and you guys already know that because most of you that are watching have already seen several of my videos. And so you understand that this is a combination of my fanatical desire to get to know each one of them better, but also to truly appreciate their journey and gather the behind the scenes so I see the full picture and fully appreciate the music as you guys are appreciating it. But it's also deeper than that because of I'm a girl dad. I mean, I've got a son, but my oldest daughter, she is a musician. She does have a CD out. I was there for a lot of that journey. She's the reason I taught myself bass, and now I continued. I just played yesterday at church, and so it's one of those things that I can thank her for fueling that desire for me. And so this also has that whole other aspect that sometimes I get choked up about, is mom has dementia, and so I don't know where those genes lie, and I don't know how all that works, and I'm still researching and learning. And as that path that she's struggling down, not alone, but some days alone, we try to be there as much as we can. But yesterday at lunch, we did a Father's Day lunch, and she said the same thing over and over about 6 times, and it was hard. The easiest part was she didn't realize it. The hardest part is when she does. But when days go by and you're there for the good days, multiple good days in a row, and then there's a bad day, it hits because you sometimes trick yourself into thinking that it's getting better. So this docu-series of me sharing music, all the musicians and all my reactions and drumming up these emotions and stories, while I appreciate you watching, I appreciate you as a part of this journey, it's also for my kids, for my potential grandkids down the road, my brother, my sister. It's for all of them, in case something happens, that they have something that's documented with my thoughts, my stories, my voice, my face, all those things that we take for granted. And so thank you. Thank you for pushing me. Thank you for giving me all this new content to continue to watch. And as we dive into episode 2, now keep in mind, at the end of this episode, I'm going to wind things down, and then we'll do an episode 3, 4 together, and then 5, 6.
Hello, I am Paulina Villarreal. I am 18 years old. I am the drummer for the band The Warning. My name is Alejandra Villarreal. I'm from Monterrey, Mexico, and I'm the bass player for the band The Warning.
I'm Daniela Villarreal. I am the guitar player and lead singer of The Warning. So The Warning came to be in a very early stage of our lives. We started playing classical piano at a very young age. I think I was 6 and Pau was around 4.
It was a family environment of music.
We started playing the piano when we were very young. We started with like classical music, and then we bought this video game, Rock Band, the Rock Band.
The Rock Band.
Rock Band.
When we bought the game, that was the moment when we were like, hey, we want to do that.
We absolutely loved that video game. We played it all the time. I would just be like jumping around with my guitar. Pat would never let me play the drums because that was her thing and she was super good at it, and I was just like, no.
When we bought the game, I noticed Paulina, and she was like with so much coordination, and I told her like, look at Paulina.
But you need to take into account that I was like 6 years old at that time.
My next week, Paulina was in lessons.
The thing with Dani was she wanted the guitar because of the rock band, but we knew that it was gonna be difficult for her because she was 8 years old.
I asked my dad if I could play the guitar, and he was like, are you sure? And I was like, yes. And he said 6 months. And by the week, I wanted to give up.
But she kept her promise, and by that time, she already started to love.
I was about 3 when we got the Rock Band, so I didn't actually play. She was a baby. And basically when we were playing...
Crap. 3 years old?
band, so I didn't actually play. She was a baby. And basically when we were playing Rock Band, and I was clapping next to us. I picked the bass when I was about like 6 or 7, and I was like, ooh, I want to play that. Don't know what it is, but I want to play it. And when she started playing the bass, we started like thinking like, hey, these instruments, like we can play them together. We were like, oh, these 3 instruments actually make up a band. So we're like, we can start playing together.
We said like, why? We should play something together. And that was it.
We had no idea that we were gonna do what we're doing today, like at all.
For us, the decision to upload videos on YouTube was just like, we're gonna send it to our grandparents, the file's too big, let's upload it on YouTube and send them the link.
But suddenly they started getting a lot of attention.
All of a sudden, it exploded.
Our parents really reminded us that like this was for the music and we could use that to start writing our own music. I think that was something that caused such a huge change in us, from just like, let's play for fun, to like, whoa, we're a band now.
Not everything comes without its sacrifices. It was tons of practice.
Suddenly,
people don't understand how much practice and childhood they gave up, and probably friendships and family that don't understand the commitment, and probably even aunts and uncles that are just like, let them be kids. I can just hear it.
It was tons of practice.
Suddenly, you're not just a normal little teenager who goes to school, does her homework. You're playing shows, you're playing in festivals, and you're playing in front of a lot of people. Something that maybe like a lot of people my age take for granted, like going to parties, going to school, even like people who like, oh my god, I need to wake up at like 6 a.m. and go to school every day, was something that like we couldn't do.
And I appreciate the support of my parents and all that they had to go through to get us to this point, because for them, it was just as hard.
As a parent, you never know which one is the right path. We wanted to support them, like any parent, just try to give them what makes them happy.
We usually compare it, what we're doing and what is happening.
The biggest, I don't know if fight's the right word, but the hardest thing for me to explain to my son Jackson is that if we end up friends at the end of raising you, then that's a bonus. My job is to teach you how to be a functioning person in society, and if by God's design that I'm able to find out what your one talent is, or multiple talents, it's to enable you to develop and harness them and turn them into something that will flourish. I love that their parents not only take that seriously, but they identified it so early and really gave them the tools that they needed.
And what could have happened. But as we started playing more shows and as more people started to show up, especially like at an international level, it was like that's where it really settled in. Like, whoa, like this is for real. We are so grateful that we have the opportunity to be playing these shows, working this way, writing music. Like all these opportunities don't happen to a lot of people.
Thanks to all of that and all the sacrifice that we put through as a team, and not only us, but our parents and our management, everyone is just so incredible, and I'm very grateful not only that we did it, but that we were able to overcome it.
Ooh, okay.
If we weren't in a band,
if we weren't in music in general, because we always get out of that question like, oh, it would be a song right now. Like, what would you do out of music?
Honestly, I think I would be a teacher.
A teacher?
A teacher.
No, you would be such a good boss.
Yeah, you'd be a good... Oh, thanks.
Yeah. I would like to write... I'd be a...
You're so bossy, you're really good at it. I think that's what you would thrive at.
Such a good boss.
You'd be a Oh, thanks.
Yeah. I would like to write... Yeah, I'd be a good writer.
You would be a writer.
I would have to do something creatively. I couldn't... Yeah, no, like a job office. I honestly have no idea.
I think you would be a good model.
Ah! Sure?
Yeah.
Not really good at posing, but you know,
you'd be a good model.
I could work on that.
You got the height, you got the face.
Oh, you got the height, you got the face. Unlike me, who's got a face for radio. At least that's what I always tell myself. So, anyway, man, what a journey. And I love that we're getting to hear from the parents, from the director, from the staff, or the family that they've got. what they call their family, their band family. And a lot of these songs that are going to be on this album, I haven't heard. I mean, what I've listened to 4 songs. Like, come on, Derek, you got to step your game up. But I'm setting this foundation that I absolutely love, and I can't wait to see episodes 3 and 4 next. So these are probably going to be released a day apart. So we'll see you guys tomorrow.